Now step 4 is to live through an environment of truth. Now this principle here rests on step number 1. See, you can't fully awaken or understand or have revelation of the truth until you've been in the presence of God. That's why you got to get in His presence every single day. Now the word says the truth shall set you free. The quickest way to change your life is to introduce truth into it. See, the enemy cannot hide in an environment of truth. The enemy's just like roaches. When you turn on the light, the roaches run. Your life will begin to change when you reach over and hit that light switch. You heard me say it earlier. Truth is the couture for greatness. Truth does not discriminate. She blesses all who embrace her. Now there's 2 elements to truth. There's God's truth and order, which is the natural laws that govern this universe, right? Like gravity, the law of attraction, the law of love, these things, right? The elements that He put in place. And then there's the truth that He put inside of you. Your identity, your truth. Who are you? You can't fully walk in truth until you understand your identity. My wife and I, we just built a new house. So we had to go down to the post office and change our address. Now we've been getting these notices in the mail at our new address saying, come to the post office, we have mail there that was sent to the old address. Now, when we go down to the post office to pick those packages up, the lady at the counter says, I need to see your identification before I can give these packages to you. I have to confirm and identify who you are. It's the same with life. God has already sent you the promise, already sent you the blessing, the healing, the prosperity, the abundance. It's already been sent. But in order for you to pick these packages up, these blessings up, you gotta show the world your identity. Your identity has to match the name on the blessing, the true identity that God gave you. You can't have what you are unaware of. I tell people like this, I used to rent other people's dreams until the day I found my own. And because I've discovered my identity, I can now see my dream so clearly that its manifestation is inevitable. The world knows exactly who to send that blessing to. Now, to live in an environment of truth, we have to approach our relationships differently. You see, real success is the full and outright demonstration of authenticity. You can't be living half-truths in relationships and expect to live real and authentic in your work. I'm gonna give you something right now that will change the whole dynamic of your life if you adopt it. From this point forward, vow to make every relationship one of truth. First, you raise your own standard. Everything you do, let it be done in truth. Then, once you establish your own standard, then demand that of everybody that's around you. Truth is the key element to having amazing, intense connections with people, and that's what life is all about, connection. If you are tired of lukewarm relationships, you can change that. You can set your relationships on fire if you are willing to be vulnerable, emotionally exposed, willing to walk in truth and be authentic with people. This will change your whole life. Here's how you set this in motion. You tell everyone in your life this. You say, I don't want anything from you except your truth. I will not judge you on what you say to me. The only thing I will judge is the level of truth that you give me. And once you walk this out, you will begin to establish trust with those that you are involved with, and the relationship dynamic will completely change. You will move off the surface level and down to the depths of real life and connection. And from that place, the spark will be generated, and that spark will set you on fire on the inside. And that fire will bleed over into the work that you are doing and propel and thrust you to the greatest heights known to man. Truth is the couture for greatness. See, every problem in life is just a truth problem. Some of you looking in the wrong place to fix your work problem. You're thinking it's about work when it's actually about your relationships. If you don't establish truth there, it don't matter. See, truth is the chiropractor of the mind. This year, vow to live through an environment of truth in everything you do. Ask yourself these questions. How much truth am I currently walking in? How much truth is in my marriage, my family, my relationships, my work? How real, how truthful am I being with God? It's time to stop faking it. It's time to stop going through the motions. It's time to be real. It's time to stop living lies, man. Life is too short to live that way. You don't have to answer to the world. You only got to answer to God. And that truth that he put on the inside of you. Live you. Live the real you. Display to the world what truth really looks like. Now that brings us to step 5, the last step. You gotta align your mind with success. Wherever the mind goes, the body will follow. And the word says, be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. That's Romans 12:2. It all starts with your thinking. Your mindset is the thermostat that sets the tone for every environment you enter. You gotta walk in the room different this year. Can't make 2019 a success, live in a 2016 mindset. This year, I want you to start dreaming bigger. You got more inside of you. You've been settling for way less than God intended for you to have. Dream bigger, because with God, all things are possible. A person who cannot control their thinking disqualifies themselves from success. This step builds on the previous one. A disciplined mind rooted in truth can do the impossible. Now, thoughts and behaviors consistently aligned with success will eventually produce the outcomes that give birth to it. Now this year, I want you to pour success into your mind. Whether that's reading, listening to audiobooks, watching videos, going to seminars, whatever it is, surround yourself with greatness and pour that in by the gallon. If you want this year to be different, then you got to commit to making different happen. You got to face your fears this year. You got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Don't run every time something hurts. Every time you feel uneasy, every time you get a little uncomfortable, your feathers get ruffled. You can't get the success running from things. Fear is a track star. You can't outrun it. The only way to beat it is turn around and face it, conquer it. Some of you been giving up too easy. To give up on a dream is to commit abortion on a life one could have had. Some of you were right at the door about to make a breakthrough when you threw in the towel. You were right there. You worked your whole life for that and you gave up. This year, you can't let that happen. This is your year. You gotta own this year. Don't let it own you. Some of you need to make this year's theme the year of the comeback. I know some of you have made mistakes and you keep beating yourself over it. I know some of you feel like the world has robbed you and done you wrong. I know some of you have been knocked down on that mat. I get it. Let me give you an example. Nobody goes to a movie and watches from the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie, and the whole movie is just perfect. No struggles in life, no pain, no hurts, no nothing. Nobody would go pay to see a movie like that. The biggest movies are tragedies. That's where the beginning of the movie, we tap into a character, and then that character has some big setback, some big challenge, some big mistake, some big pain. Something happens that breaks them down to nothing. And down in that nothing, they find themselves. And when they find themselves, they rise up and conquer. We pay over and over and over for that movie. And that movie is your life right now. What has happened and transpired up until this point is the beginning of the movie. The good thing is, you get to write the ending. Now write the ending, write that comeback story. That movie of your life that will have people lined up around the movie theater paying top dollar to come see and hear about. If you're tired of your life, write a new script. If you don't like the one that you're portraying in the movie, change roles. You are the Steven Spielberg, the George Lucas. You are the director of your life. You are the Walt Disney dreaming. Dream the life that you want. Pick up the pen and capture it on paper. Then get behind the camera and shoot that movie. Live your life the way you want to live it. You are beautiful, strong, and amazing, and you deserve the best that life has to offer. Now, I know life has sucker punched you and hit you on the chin a few times, put you down on the mat. But here's the truth, you're still standing. You're a product of the struggle, and your best days are ahead of you. Here's the truth, the world is yours. Make this year your year. Own it. Don't let it own you. Go get what you deserve. Draw a line in the sand and say it all stops here today. I won't live this way. I was meant for greater and I'm gonna achieve it. I'm going to the top, and ain't nothing gonna stop me. I know who I am. I am a champion, born and raised to overcome, and I will not be denied what is mine. I will not settle for anything less than my best. I'm a child of the Most High God, and today I start acting like it. This is Billy Osbrooks, and I am blessed and unstoppable. And to God be the glory.